in my in my and he became naging kasal and eventually became one of the closest friends who really had a influence over my life. So it is my distinct honor to give a speech and celebrate a remarkably excellent surgeon with tremendous contribution throughout his entire career. He is to me a highly esteemed mentor, an inspiration, and a pillar in surgery. We are all witness how he excellently played his roles throughout his career as a professor, as a cancer surgeon, medical director, and eventually being the president of St. Luke's Medical Center. Dr. Cortez, soon after his residency, became a highly esteemed member of UERMMC Faculty of College of Medicine in 1984 and retired as a professor in 2008. For he was awarded Joven S. Quanam Clinical Professor for 7 consecutive years, from 2001 to 2008. He was also the training officer and executive officer of the Department of Surgery and was the youngest chairman of the Department of Surgery of UERM at the age of 42. He continued his career at St. Luke's Medical Center, where Dr. Cortez has not only elevated the standards of surgery, but also played an integral role in making St. Luke's Medical Center the best hospital in the Philippines. Under his guidance, St. Luke's has transformed into a beacon of medical excellence, renowned for cutting-edge technology, world-class patient care, and a culture of continuous innovation and education. Dr. Cortez's leadership has driven St. Luke's to the forefront of healthcare, setting new benchmarks for what a hospital can achieve. Dr. Ricardo Cortez has dedicated his career to advancing the field of surgical oncology with unmatched skill and expertise. Through his leadership, he has continually pushed the boundaries of what is possible in surgical oncology, making him a true pioneer in the field. What sets Dr. Cortez apart is his ability to inspire and lead. He has mentioned countless healthcare professionals, building a team of experts committed to the highest standards of care. Dr. Cortez is an individual with immense tolerance and fairness, with people helping them and giving each a fair chance in life. This being his trademark as a surgeon and mentor. His talent and flair go way beyond excellence. And to correlate his Lifetime Achievement Award with how I know him best, the very patient guy, focused, composed, calm, even in the most crucial moments during major operation. Having spent his youth raised by hardworking, diligent parents, led him to be determined and a successful surgeon, a devoted husband to his wife, Nora, and father to his children, Miguel, Bianca, and Becca. And most of all, to be a compassionate individual to every one of us. For me, on a personal note, he may have achieved the many awards and distinctions as mentioned. However, totoo ba talaga ito? I have come to see that he has remained humble and kept his values intact throughout the entire lifetime. To all of us who have had the privilege of learning from him, Dr. Cortez is a guiding light, continues to be the guiding light, continues to be the North Star. His wisdom, kindness, unwavering support have shaped us into a better professionals and better people. Dr. Cortez, we appreciate you not only for your expertise, but for your genuine care you show us every day. You inspire me, you inspire us, you inspire everyone. We truly are grateful to call you both a mentor and a friend. He's a blessing to others with his heart of a surgeon and a soul of a good teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a warm of applause to our Lifetime Achievement Awardee, Dr. Edgardo Cortez.
Anyway, um, I've been part of St. Luke since 1985, no? And I thought after a few years, St. Luke's will be my next home. At that time, I knew nobody except Ninando Sioson, who was 5 years ahead of me in medical school. He was very indefatigable leader, and I admired him at the time. Until the time that he passed away, unfortunately. So, at that time, parang ako yata yung unang outsider. And so, fortunately, later on, the department at the time actually invited many other newcomers, graduates, and professors of other schools, which totally improved the program. And we are very happy of how the program is run, the results of the PBS examination, and the good practitioners emanating from the institute. Now, there was one, I think it was Shara who asked me, every morning when you wake up, what do you think about? Is it your operations? Actually, honestly, no. I wake up every morning because I love to teach. Yun naman talaga yun. Incidental yung mga kaso. So I think it's more important. Kasi in my decades of career, I was thinking, how many patients' lives will I have touched? 10,000 actual patients? Maybe that's much. But how can I multiply this? Imagine if you train 100 people directly or indirectly, if they touch 10,000 lives also in their lifetime, you would have touched what? 1,000,000. So, yun naman yung principle that was taught to me by my mentor, Dr. Agapito Tuason. And I put it to heart every day and try my best to impart something for the day. And that's also my advice to the young surgeons. Incidental naman yung kita eh. And the question is, what can you contribute not only to the patient, but to surgery in general? So, we're talking about complex cases in surgery. But you see, we always talk about also empathy. What is empathy? Empathy is also trying to think what the patient is thinking of during the travails of their management. And so, we thank our patients also for their resiliency in putting through going through the difficult times when you think about complex cases, and imagine trusting their lives to us. So they need our empathy. They also need to be treated with compassion and empathy. Also thinking about what are they thinking of in every stage of the management. No? So we thank them because we also learn a lot from the experience handling them. And so, in terms of the long-term follow-up of patients, I think it's essential. As you can see, we try our best to follow up our patients and see what really happened, and what went wrong, and how we can improve. Alright? At this point in time, I also think about a song written by Gilbert O'Sullivan, who wrote about an actual story of a grieving patient, of a grieving person. And I think many of you will actually relate to this. Alam niyo ba yun kung sino si Gilbert O'Sullivan? A songwriter. O sinulat niya yung Alone Again. Diba? Yung Alone Again is a story of a person grieving because of a loss. And in the end, sabi niya, if really God exists, why have you forsaken me? And then ang ending noon, in this time of need, I truly am indeed alone again naturally. With all the principles that you've learned to your surgical career, this should never happen to your patient with a complex disease. So that's my parting word. Thank you very much.